Good evening, everyone. Hopefully, hopefully your day's gone well. Excuse me while I move my camera view. So, yeah. um, yeah. I figured, fuck it. I just need to, sit and, chill and maybe converse for maybe an hour. I don't know. Um, so yeah, you're all probably wondering about the title. Um, hey X. So basically, what's up with the title is life sucks. um, not gonna lie, it fucking sucks and it hurts. Now, before anybody says or thinks anything like really, 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 really bad, like oh, how do I put this without making it so bad or setting off flags? Birb is not going to disappear into the cosmos permanently. Let me put it that way. Just I know people get worried for other people because of so much shit that's happened in life and that, but I will still be on this side of the dirt. No questions about it. That is what's gonna happen. So nobody needs to worry about the worst or whatever. Let me just put your minds at ease for that. Um, but basically, a few things have kind of compounded to really hit me hard emotionally. And I mean really hard. So let me first start. In the last while, we've been getting good weather, and I was finally able to like start working on my station wagon again. For those who don't know, I own a 1986 Pontiac Parisienne station wagon. For the automotive enthusiasts, it used to have a Chevy 305 V8, but it broke. It lost compression in at least 2 cylinders and was basically dead. So last year, my dad and I, we picked up a Chevy 350 motor, 1975, out of an RV, and we were rebuilding that. And I'll tell you this much, that's been a struggle on its own. She got lapped out. The 305 motor, the original. That's why we had to rebuild the 350 that we got. Because the 305 died. It was running on 6 cylinders. It was done. We're gonna rip it apart and find out what went wrong eventually. It's just we gotta make sure this thing's running properly now. But so basically 350 sounds good though. Yeah. So we got this 350 and we weren't expecting it to be perfect. And boy, were we right on that. Basically everything was fucked up on it. I think only 2 pistons had intact rings. All the others, they were broken. One had one ring broken in 5 pieces. The cam had a rounded lobe. That same lifter was flat. Well, I shouldn't say flat. It was curved. It was so bad. The heads were shot. Timing chain and gears were fucked. It was a mess. It was a nightmare. So as we pulled everything apart, we tried cleaning up the cylinders and we found a scratch in one of them. So we had to take it down to a place called Canada Engines, because we're in Canada. And they checked it. And normally with any Chevy 350 motor, they will what's called bore out the cylinder. That's taking some material out to basically make the cylinder a little bit bigger. And their minimum to remove stuff is what's called 30 over. So that's 30 over the normal size. Because of how deep the scratch was, they had to go 40 over. And so we had to pick up 40 over pistons. We got the crank checked. The crank just needed a polish. We got that done. We got new bearings, new cam bearings, cam lifters, timing chain, gears. So we got all that put together. We did paint parts on it. We put a water pump on it. The oil pump seemed fine. We cleaned that up. It seems to push oil no problem. We also we picked up a set of heads for it, and we didn't realize at the time, but the heads we picked up were from an older vehicle than a 75. And basically what that means is the heads didn't have accessory bolt holes on the fronts or backs. And what those do is every vehicle has an alternator, power steering, nowadays air conditioning, and my station wagon has that. And these accessory bolt holes are what those are supposed to anchor to. And these heads had none. So we had to go and get different heads. We picked up a set of heads. And we thought all they needed was a rebuild, but we took them to a head shop, and the guy did an inspection on it and said, no, these are done. They're scrap. So we were out $50 for that, and then we ended up picking up another set of heads. off a crate motor, and they happened to be really good. They had the accessory bolt holes and everything. So we put those heads on, redid head gaskets and that, and the whole 9 yards. And so we got everything put together. We had to change linkages. Turned out the, as they call it, the flex plate. It's also known as a flywheel. On the back of the crank, outside of the engine, it connects the torque converter from the transmission, because it's an automatic transmission. That's how it gets the power to the transmission. And we had to buy a new one, change that. We had to change the starter. And then we put the exhaust manifolds on from the original 305. They fit, but not exactly, and we couldn't put the dipstick in. So we had to switch to the original underslung ones. So we had to we actually found a good set of them for $40. And so I picked those up. And of course, my exhaust wouldn't exactly fit. The manifolds are supposed to have there are 2 studs on my exhaust system to kind of plug the exhaust up to the manifolds, but the ones for the 350 have 3 studs. So so I kind of jerry-rigged it just to put them on there for now. I'm hoping tomorrow I'll get the exhaust done, custom dual exhaust, and a brake line I need changed because that rotted out when the car was sitting. And then aside from that, there was also I had a problem with the alternator. It wasn't charging. We picked up a used one for $45. That one wasn't working either. Turned out it was a plug that went to the alternator. So we did get that fixed, and then I had to change the radiator because the radiator has an integrated transmission cooler. So there's lines that come up to the front for transmission fluid in a separate chamber of the radiator. And so it's supposed to flow through, cool it down, and come back into the transmission. That way you're not burning up the transmission under load or whatever. And so somehow I ended up destroying the threads for the bottom hole for the transmission cooler line. And that was on the radiator itself, and I didn't have a replacement for it. And I ended up actually ripping a radiator out of a spare car I have, which I really didn't want to do, but I put that in. And then, oh yeah, we were also missing the drain for the radiator as well. We don't know where the drain plug went. And so we had to swap the radiator, and so we got the hoses on. I put the transmission lines on, and one started leaking. So I pulled it back off, put some Teflon tape on the threads. That's supposed to seal for like liquid applications or air applications. Well, I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe the line is just screwed, but it started leaking a hell of a lot more after that. So today I ended up cutting the end off, pulling the fitting off, and I got part of a brake line from the parts store and a rubber hose, and I basically just made like a joiner and connected it to the radiator. I put Teflon tape on that again, sealed it right up. I did it with the top one, sealed that up. No leaks there. The cooling system, no leaks. No oil leaks. Oh yeah, I skipped one thing. A couple weeks ago, we did have the engine in the car, and we had fired it up, and all of a sudden it started knocking, and we're like, oh no, what the fuck? So we had to pull the motor out again, flip it upside down, and what had happened was every piston rod connects a piston to the crankshaft, and there's two nuts to hold those piston rods together on the crank. I swore I tightened everything up down there, and it turned out I didn't. Number 3 cylinder, the nuts were loose. It only damaged the bearing, luckily not the crank. So we got a new bearing, we put that in, lubed it up, and rechecked the torque on everything, and put it back together. And now fast forward to today, we got it in the car, bolted up everything, we got it fired up, we got it charging finally. Idle's a little low, but we need to tweak the carburetor because it's the original carburetor off the 305. The 350 carburetor that we got rebuilt is not working properly at all. But we now have the hood back on the car, and once that exhaust and brake line are done, the car is basically good to go other than the idle. I have to check fuses for my stereo. It stopped working. I haven't even used that stereo yet in the car, but yeah. So throughout all that, a lot of that rebuild happened. Rebuilding the motor happened summer last year, and then we had to put it on hold because of winter, because I don't have an indoor place to do it and no covered area. And so fast forward to the days starting out being better, and we managed to finish it off and actually get the old motor out and get the new motor in and all the dilly-dally bullshit fuckery. And throughout the whole thing, I've been, like, getting pissed off and frustrated, and I've got fucking... I bet once everything is done, I bet a drive is in order. It will be. It will be. Oh, buddy, I joined at a good time. Oh, hello, Freestyle. Welcome. You've caught a recap of a 1986 Pontiac Parisienne station wagon story. That's one of my cars that I just rebuilt a Chevy 350 for. Ooh, classic cars. Yes. This thing I've had for over 10 years, and this engine, we picked it up. It wasn't perfect. My dad and I rebuilt it. We had to get the cylinders bored 40 over. It's got an RV cam and lifters in it. And we're finally to the point where the car runs. I'm getting an exhaust and a brake line redone hopefully tomorrow. And then we just got to adjust the idle, and it should be good to go. As I was saying, a buddy of mine rebuilt a 69 Charger and a few other old vehicles. The older ones are usually more decent to fuck around with, because there's a lot less electronics. There's more mechanical stuff, and you actually have the space to work under the hood. And, well, once you pull it out, it's a bit easier too. But, yeah. Needless to say, this has been a fight and a half for almost a year. And I finally actually took it for a drive today. As I was saying, one of the brake lines is broken in the back, so I actually crimped the line off. So I have front brakes, but not rears, and it's not like I was going like 20 blocks away. I was only about like 5-7 blocks. But yeah, we just have to adjust the idle, that brake line, get it done, and the exhaust. But yeah, as I was saying, it's been a big, heavy mental hit. One vehicle I would love personally to get rebuilt is a Hudson Hornet. Thank you for thank you for following. And yeah, the Hudsons were quite a unique car. I actually watched a YouTube short on those a while ago, and yeah, they were ahead of their time at the time. But yeah, so yeah, with that rebuild, I've been getting like frustrated and everything. I've got scars all over me from that fucking rebuild. Um, but I mean, I got it done, and that was the one big thing that I was hoping to get done, and well, as the title of this stream says, emotionally shattered birb, and well, I've been dealing with a lot of shit in the last couple of weeks as well, mentally. Um, I give a hug if I could. I appreciate it. I really do. Um, so the short of it, um, as you can see, I have a community myself. This is VR chat if you couldn't tell. But oh, did I set it up for VR chat? I hope I set it up. Yes, it is set up for VR chat. Okay. Um, but so I have a community, and not only here but in Discord, and the very short of it, something unexpected had happened, and me and my staff members, it's been a few days, if not a week, to deal with said situation, and that's been very heavy on the mental side. But it is dealt with, and hopefully things are a bit better. Yeah, that will do it. Well, this next one um, is more personal for me and a big, big, big hit. Um, I'm not sure. How do I put this? So in 2 months, there will be a 3-year anniversary for me, and it's not a good one. Um, let me come closer to the camera, and I'll show you something. You will notice, I forgot I locked my position. Okay. You will notice that I have a necklace on. And the person on this necklace, that was my girlfriend. And I say was because in 2 months, just shy of, will mark the 3-year anniversary of her passing. She passed away July 8th, 2023, basically right next to me. It was a heart attack from an enlarged heart. We had no idea she had that, and yeah, traumatizing slightly, but before she died, I never thought I'd, for lack of a better term, be alone again. Be on the, I guess you could say, dating pool. Um, hey, IT gamer, welcome over to this side. But so after she died, a couple of months after she died, I actually got my first MetaQuest headset, and it it helped me discover VR chat. I had a buddy who he had VR chat, and I mentioned to him that I had got my first MetaQuest headset, and he was so thrilled. He's like, "Oh my god, you're coming with me into VR chat. I'm going to show you this world. You're going to come with me. I'm going to show you." He was so excited. The little bastard, um, the little bastard put me in a fucking plane. Little bastard put me in a plane and flew me upside fucking down. And that was, it wasn't my first VR experience. My first one was actually through Minecraft. I wanted to do Minecraft VR, and that was cool. Until a server that my best friend and I were on had anti-cheat on there, and even though VR was not banned off the server, for lack of a better term, they kindly asked me not to do VR because it sets off false positives for moving wrong. And so that kind of killed that for me. But then I went into VR chat. Then I learned how to connect my headset up to my computer fully, even wirelessly, because I'm wireless right now. And I started going into VR chat. My first VR experience was VTOL VR myself. VTOL, I'm not familiar with that. What is VTOL? Like, if you want to throw an explanation what it is, like, go for it in chat. It's a flight sim. Oh, okay. Totally VR. Okay. So it's similar to Microsoft Flight Sim, or like, I've never done Microsoft Flight Sim. More DC. Okay. I've never done Microsoft Flight Sim before, but I have heard of it and seen some things on it, so I kind of, that's the closest I can analyze to that. But so anyways, so I got into VR chat, and I also found out you could build your own worlds in here, build your own avatars, and I decided I'd mess around trying to make a world. And I ended up making a world. Just kind of trying to keep my mind occupied from, her passing and that. And I ended up actually, I suck at both making worlds and avatars. So, you know what? I feel like I do too. People say that I've done incredible work. I feel like I've just done jank ass duct tape put together bullshit. Like, basically just, put a tub of fucking Flex Seal in a goddamn cannon and fire it through the place, and that's how it's held together, for lack of a better term. But, I mean, people like it somehow. But I actually made a room in that world that it's a little bedroom below the DJ booth. That has a picture of her and I on the end table, and that's kind of how I kept her with me before I made my own avatar and had her on the necklace. But so fast forward, um, I've been part of different groups, had different groups fall apart, and obviously you meet a whole slew of different people in here, different age groups and everything, and I've had a couple of really emotionally tough situations, I guess. Um, there was one from a couple of years ago. Um, the person mentioned they had a crush on me and then two other people. One being Axe, who's in chat right now, and that situation actually turned out really toxic for both of us, both Axe and I. Um, I won't get into details on it, but we both got emotionally hit hard with it. And we both put our guard up after that. And so just hanging with people in VR and that. And I ended up meeting another person that was really younger than me, seemed pushy to like be in a relationship with me, and I told them I want us to get to know each other first. Like I didn't want to just jump into something like that because well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm 40 and this was last year. I was 39 and this person was 20 who seemed to be very pushy to be in a relationship with me. And like I said, I'm the one who didn't want to right away. And well, it turned out um, they ended up saying I was creepy and all this crap. And basically put it as I was a creep and they did absolutely no wrong in anything. Um, I'm not gonna, like I said, go further details with that. It's done. It's over with. Um, but after that, um, I was actually and had been hanging with someone for actually quite a few months now, and we got along really well. So many people told us that we shared the same energy, and a lot of people were like, "Well, you guys are so good together. Why aren't you dating?" And at first, I I shielded myself because I know I myself I can get attached easily to people, and I don't mean to, but it does happen, and I tried desperately not to. Um, but at one point I found that I did. Um, as of this year, as I said, I'm 40. This person this year turned 28. So much less of an age gap there. And so there were different things. Found out they've been hurt both emotionally and physically. and they weren't sure if they were ever going to date again. And I had always kept my hopes up that maybe one day they'd be willing to take a chance on me. That somehow I'd be able to prove that I was worth it. Even though, like, like, she's in America, and, she's off on the far East Coast, and I'm in Canada on the far West Coast. But I mean, I was trying to figure out ways to go out there because I'm afraid to fly. I know I'm a bird, and I'm afraid to fly. But so we hung out more and more and enjoying stuff. We've like called Live VR. We've hung out, explored worlds together and that. And yeah, a few weeks ago, one of my friends had said that he had talked with them, and one big thing with me was my lack of confidence, which, in all honesty, like the big problem with me with confidence is I'll get happy or excited or whatever, and I do dad jokes. Like I do dad jokes like considerably a lot, and what usually ends up happening is I'll get excited in that and not realize, and I'll either say or do something that hurts someone, and at that point I'll end up questioning what I did and pull back and end up in this endless loop of thinking of what I'd done, why I did it, and I end up basically going back into my shell, so to speak. And I don't tend to do much. Just rethink and rethink and rethink and worry that if I say anything, I'm going to screw something up. And so in the last couple of weeks, I've tried to kind of slowly open back up with confidence, if you will. And there were a couple of instances where that confidence basically got shut down, and it hurt. It really hurt. But the big thing that's like a broadsword to the heart right now is on Friday, um, a friend of mine mentioned to me that they overheard her and one of our other friends talking about something about me. They weren't exactly sure what it was, but as I told him, I said it's probably something to do with telling me to piss off or something. And so I messaged the other friend, and they told me that her big thing was actually she felt I was too old. And she wanted him to tell me, and he's like, well, no, it's better to come from you. And the only reason I found out was because that other friend overheard something, brought it up to me, and I went and asked the other friend. So I learned of it third party, but it really, really fucking hurts because I tried opening up again, And ooh, yes, yeah. It's at that point I feel like I'm just a number. Like, I'm so genuine with them. You know, we had Discord calls where I'd watch them play Roblox and thoroughly enjoyed it. Even helped them with some of the games watching, and like we've played some games together outside of VR chat, and hell, we know what each other looks like in real life. We know each other's real names, and I've actually bought them stuff here in VR. Hey, Amber. Um, but yeah, after, well, let me rewind a little bit. A couple months ago, I actually made a confessional video about them. Um, I wasn't brave enough to tell them directly, but I did post it on YouTube. Um, and I poured my heart out with it. And it just, I know for some people, that kind of age gap, like a 12-year age gap, is kind of freaky. I've had people do that to me because of my neurodivergence instead of age. Yeah, like I could understand it more if for some godforsaken reason she was like in her early 20s or something like that. But I mean, she's in her late 20s and like we got along so goddamn well. And like I said, it feels like I'm just a number. That's all I'm seen as. I'm not I'm not seen as a person. I'm just seen as someone who's too fucking old. And it fucking hurts like hell. It makes me want to just fucking crawl in a hole and die, if you know what I mean. Not that I would do that. I gotta make that clear. Birb is staying this side of the dirt. But it just, it really, really fucking hits. Something like that makes me feel completely fucking useless. And like so many, like I said, so many people saw our energy together. If you look at my past live streams on YouTube, because I upload my VODs to YouTube, you can see the energy her and I play off of. And it's a thing where you wonder what the fuck is wrong with you. And it just boils down to being a number. That I'm too fucking old. I just, it's probably because of all them. I don't know if you hear it too much or hear it enough, but it's not you. That's on her. Oh well. I would hug you if I could. Thank you both. You know, it could be because of, all this bullshit from different games or just society in general of all these fucking pedos out there fucking, going after kids and all this shit, and it fucking paranoids people. And like I said, this age gap didn't feel like much at all. Of course, like when she was alive, she was actually 9 years older than I am. I remember when they had to go around and introduce themselves to the neighborhood. Yeah, I think there are some that still have to, or an announcement's made, something like that. But yeah, like I was saying, like with her, she was 9 years older than me, so I was the young one in the group. No, they stopped because people kept hurting them. Well, that's what the fuck do you expect? They fucking hurt kids. Yeah, but right, yeah, exactly. But like I said, I was the young one in this relationship with her, and we never felt the age gap. At least I didn't. And I had hoped that that wouldn't have been an issue. It sure as the fuck didn't feel like it with the energy we had. And honestly, at this point now, I'm even afraid to be near her. Like, part of me hopes that maybe one day she'll reconsider, but I know it won't happen. I'm I'm too old. I'm just a number. I'm not fucking worth it, right? I'm sorry, everyone. I kind of use this as a therapy session tonight. I know it's not entertaining. My last stream, I kind of did too. Um, we're here for you. Thank you. Um, like I said, I fell for her hard. No, it happens, and that's okay. Life sucks sometimes, and everyone has a limit to how much they can take. I hate to quote the Rocky movie here, but you know what? It A quote's a quote. But yeah, I I fell for her hard, and I mean we've been hanging out for months in VR and in Discord, and it really fucking felt like something was there. It really fucking did. And to know that it died because of my age. I ain't gonna be the same. I'm so fucking hurt. I'm so goddamn hurt, you know? Uh, I was supposed to try and figure out at some point a community event to do um for my community. because I hadn't done one in fucking God knows how long. We used to do sporadic hangouts or karaoke nights, and I haven't because just emotional crap and that, and I was finally gonna set something up. I had done polls for people, and I just had to figure out a date and that, and then like I said, this happened, and I've I've put that off until further notice. I really, really care and felt for her, or fell for her. I actually have been rejected so much due to being autistic myself in VR chat that I totally disconnected from VR chat completely, and it sucks, man. Honestly, like, I can understand. I will say this, I've never been tested for autism, but when I was a kid, I was tested, and at the time they said I had borderline ADD. The elementary school I went to, they forced me to take medication or they wouldn't accept me. They still shipped me off to a special school. It was a nightmare. If you look at last time's VOD, you'll see I explained the whole thing there. But no, I can understand. Like, my best friend, he keeps wanting me to come to karaoke bars with him, and I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't do drugs. So a bar scene really, it's not my scene. I know he means well, but it just, no, it's not my scene. I mean, I go to some karaoke instances in here. I mean, fuck my world. I've got over 1,800 karaoke songs from YouTube in a list, for fuck's sakes, for people. But I mean, I have a lot of friends in here, and her energy alone and how she felt she cared, including Wrecking Ball. Yes, including Wrecking Ball, you fucking giant green oaf. But, just, like I said, how it felt like she cared, and cared deeply. Like, I fucking hate that because of my age, I'm just a fucking throwaway. That I don't fucking deserve a fucking chance. Like, to put it bluntly, my station wagon is as old as I am. It's an 86. And I could have thrown that thing out. I could have scrapped it. Instead, my dad and I rebuilt a motor for it and got it running. But I'm not worth the same. I'm not deserving of a chance. Bullshit. Yeah. Like, there were nights that she actually told people that, you matter, yeah. Like, there were nights that she actually told people that she had to hang with me, and that made me feel special. Like I did actually matter to her. Like, she had a gas leak months ago in her house, and she messaged me on Discord about it. And I fucking wish I could have just pulled her through the phone to keep her safe. And, like, recently she had jury duty, and she actually popped into the VC on cam. And, it felt, special. But I'm just a number. I'm past an expiry date, apparently. And, I feel useless. You try not getting attached, and you enjoy their company, but in the background, it just sneaks up on you. Listen here, you do matter. You birb, and it's not always quick, it's not always fast, but damn, life wouldn't be life if you didn't get your licks, but you will find someone eventually. We're both up there, Inu. You are not a number. You are a person with a name. Well, person or bird. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I know we all get these mental states that just, you try to, you know, tell people they're depressed or upset or whatever that things will be okay. And well, as a person going through it right now, it doesn't feel like it'll be okay. It feels the worst of the worst. And you don't know how to cope with it. Excuse me for a moment. I had to ban someone. That's just a part of the grieving process. It's a part of the cycle. Yeah. And it's the painful part. Like, you wanna believe that you did no wrong, but you're always questioning and recapping and trying to figure out why it went wrong and what happened. There are days I feel my OC's age. It's never fun, especially seeing others. Yeah. Like, Axe has just recently been through something, and I'm not going to say the details of it, but he mentioned something, and that was that a bunch of times he's seen me at a low like this, and he always thought it's nothing too big. You can just, for lack of a better term, snap out of it. And I'm not trying to make this sound mean. Please don't think this is like me saying he was mean about this at all. He's been a big defender of the little guy and always wants to be there for people. And he always thought that this down feeling, just due to circumstances, was something that wasn't all that hard to come out of. That it it was pretty simple to kind of bring yourself back from. And due to something that happened most recently with him, he realized it's not that simple. That it's fucking painful being in this zone. I've been around for some time now, helping, comforting best I can, but as someone mentioned, life itself has a consequence. Love's price is pain, beauty's price is the ugly. But it's not the fact to fear that. Fearing it is natural, but without these lows, what is life if not pictures without real meaning? You know, Ace, you're one mythological motherfucker, you know that? And I mean that. I mean that in a good way. In the best way I can. Well said, Ace. Yeah. But as couldn't say it much better myself. Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah, as I said, like Axe understands now how these lows really feel. Really fucking hard. And one thing I was surprised to hear is out of all the people in our little friend group, he actually said because of this, he seems to think that I'm the strongest of them all, dealing with this pain basically constantly. And I I really don't feel that way. I I get what he's saying. I hear it. It You don't feel brave and you don't feel strong when you go through this. It's it's like walking through an electrified field. Every step you take is fucking painful and drives you down. What is bravery? Because no one said that bravery is the lack of fear. I think tonight I've got a bunch of mythical bastards in my chat. You guys. Courage is not the lack of fear, but acting in spite of it. Well, as I learned when she passed away, individuals' lives may come to a grinding halt, but the world never stops turning. And I don't know if it's just a numbness that gets created. Nah, just those has know the road traveled. You know how to laugh despite pain. That may not be strength, but it's continuity. Life never stops and never will. To still learn to laugh and live despite suffering is life. That's powerful. Also, sticking a knife in a wall socket, but oh my god, that was a horrible one. As a warning, don't do that. Nobody stick a knife in an outlet. That's no. Contrary to the 1970s, that's not how you get an afro. No. Um. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's power filled, not powerful. God fucking damn it. Talk about high voltage. Oh my god. Oh. But yeah, the outcome is shocking. Oh my god, really? Jesus. Now that's what I call a jump. Oh god, what have I started? Thank you all. Everyone do the funny dance. Thank you all. I know for a couple of years you first stream with me, and this is like emotional turmoil. It's what a friend does. I need no payment. I got more jokes, I swear to God. If I need to make you laugh, I will. That's not the way to get a surge charge. Oh my god. Thank you all. From a broken, useless 40-year-old Kitavali. Thank you. All of us needed to wait till the bunny gets here. Hey, you're not useless, how dare. It's the mental state. It's the mental state. And it's going to be around for a long time, sadly. Life will keep you on your knees if you let it. I get that. I do. You know, I'm actually writing this book. When it's done, you should read it. It will help with ideology and grief and may be worth the read. I can give you part of it later. You know what more jokes I'm hearing? You need more laugh. Oh boy. What have I signed in for? More jokes are needed for sure. You know what? I think it's almost been an hour and a half already. But fuck it. I think we'll go check out the homeworld. This is the world that I created. Let's hop over. I said it clear as day before. People flock around you because you carry a strength you don't see. I guess in a way that's true. Sort of. Okay, give me my camera back. Where'd my camera go? Uh-oh. There we go. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Feather cam. I know, right? Down. No. About like that. Okay. And then anchor me. Behavior. Look at me, you motherfucker. No, that's not what I wanted to adjust. This is what I want to adjust because I want it down here. You bastard. Fucking. There, I think. Anyway, speaking of my book, I have writing to do. Have a good night. Later. You too, Ace. And thank you. Okay, so this is my homeworld, and yeah, I'm gonna kind of turn like this. Talk about a shocking revelation. Oh God. So this is basically the spawn point where you start in, and if you come over here, you've got your world teleports to make it easier. You've got like airport, club, drive-in, shooting range, cars, campfire, cookie tin studios, pool, soccer field, and bingo hall. If you want to just say fuck it and explore, we do this. Oh, yes, there's a bad clipping issue. I don't know why that happens. But let me put it to you this way. This ain't a small world. Right there, just above the bridge, that green thing, that is the screen to the drive-in theater. This is actually a racetrack. It's a circle track. Because your world is super cool. Thank you. But we have a racetrack because I would need my dragon character to traverse that. Geez. Well, this is why we give you vehicles. We give you vehicles to go around, right? This is why. And that's her car. Anyways, but yes, these are fully drivable vehicles. Yes, I made one into a cop car. This is mine. And what's nice about it, or about all the vehicles, if I can get the camera in here enough, of course not, but you can kind of sort of see it. Yes, this is actually, it's a video player. but it has no screen. It's basically a car stereo. So anybody can hop in a car and play their own music in the car. No problems. There's a queue, there's a history list, that sort of thing. And each car has 5 seats. 5 seats. And that way, you can take 3 passengers in the back, passengers in the right seat, and then driver. I would be joyriding, blaring Kickstart My Heart. I think we have that in the karaoke list. But, so here's the club. Oh yeah, we also have multi-jump in here. Up to 10 jumps total. I forgot to mention that. And, okay, let's kind of... Oh, wow, yes. We also have, now, this is only... You don't need wings for this, but we have open flight. So you can actually fly in here as well. So, oh cool, yeah, so this is the club entrance, and as you can see, flashy open sign. I've done some lighting updates in here. I wonder if that would work with my quadrupedal dragon Avi that can fly. It could. Okay, so you guys should be able to see this because this is my stream. This is an expansion tablet that that everybody gets in the world. So you just put your hands together, stretch them out. So right here is your open flight controls. It's got auto, which it starts at. You can turn it off or on. Most Avis, you can turn it on, you can force it on. So if you wanted to experiment with that, you could do that. This also has, you can disable the player pickup because there is player pickup in here as well. Join leave notifications as well as the ambient sound. You hear the crickets? Now you don't. And then you've got your find your friends. This actually shows a list of who's in here. And you can teleport to them directly. And if you don't want to go back to spawn to teleport, I got you covered. Your teleports are here too. And then you done with your little thingy? Well, you can either walk away or just say, fuck it. And away it goes. You might be why I choose to get back on VRC. I appreciate it. Now, we enter the club. I've done some retro lighting updates. In fact, what I'm going to do, we are going to local vision. See, you're not fucking useless. I appreciate it. I really do. True. So, since we're on my view, yes, I get it. The carpet, kind of, looks familiar. Don't you think? That was actually... This carpet was done by a friend of mine named Sin. Only a little. She's a brilliant artist. Talk about some clairvoyance. Yeah. I wanted a retro style carpet because I wanted this kind of like a bowling alley, movie theater, arcade type feel. She couldn't find a type she liked, and she created it herself. And it's so good. I love it. So it's in the entrance here. We've got some neons in the roof. Strike. Yes, and that actually matters in a bit. So we've got controls for the club before you even walk fully in. You've got a volume control. You can switch the dance floor. You can switch the dance lights. for anybody with like type of epilepsy or whatnot. And so you walk in, and here is the club. I put in those retro stripes in a few weeks ago. I think almost a month ago now. But we've got our lounge seating with mirrored screens, mirrored to the stage screen. To the left, we've got a mirror which can be player only. It's because I'm holding the camera. That's why I'm like angy. But there's also full mirror. And I just took a picture of the floor. Oh no, I took a picture of my side. That's fine. Okay, there. I'm happy burb at the moment. But yes, as you can see, full on mirror. And you just toggle it off. And then if we go over here, full working 2-lane bowling. For any bowlers out there, it does not do cross lane. That's a lovely unique feature to actual bowling lanes. But yes, you can have, it looks like up to 6 players, but I think you can have more. I'm not sure. But it does a full 10, oh, come on. Oh, come on. Why can't I think of it? Not rounds. 10. Oh, I can't fucking think of the term. Why the hell can I think of the term? You know what I mean. Like 10 thingies. And we've got this lovely little fighting thing. This is up to 4 players. And believe it or not, players shrink down. And they fight in this arena till they knock each other out and one's last. And we've also got beer pong. 10 frames. Thank you. Frames. Why the fuck I couldn't think of that. But yes, we've got beer pong. And this does not only 2, it does 3 and 4 player. What was that boxing ring? That is the beef squashing fighting ring. Oh, wow. Yeah. So basically, players can you click on here and you join. You can have up to 4 players. And then when the game starts, you all get shrunk and put in here at each corner. You each get a bat. And you basically are hitting each other to try and knock each other out of the ring. Last person in there wins. I don't have another person here to demonstrate, but that's fine. So, carrying on, we've got the beer pong that's up to 4 players and different modes. It's got different cup modes and everything. We've got single-player arcade games. Unfortunately, these are not networked, so only the person playing them can see, which kind of sucks, but we've got 5 of them. We got a working pool table, and unlike other pool tables in VRC, a lot of them just stick with the stripes are orange, solids are blue or whatever, right? I wanted the real look. So these are the proper ball colors. So that we know. And then, of course, we have... Let me switch over to this. We have this fucking thing. For those of you wondering, I'm a lefty. Yes, a punching bag. And now we go back to my view. Now this does bug out sometimes when there's a few people in the world. I don't know why, but it's also height adjustable, which is nice. So then we've got axe throwing. I suck at this now, sadly. I got a 900 on one IRL, though I've done boxing before, and I'm definitely a heavyweight. There's a place out here called Castle Fun Park. And at one point they had one with like the big dial in the middle that went to 300. And I'm not a boxer or anything by any means. And I figured screw it one day, and I hit that thing. The damn needle spun 3 times around and went to like the 20 or something. So I got like a 920 or something on that thing. So right on, we're in the 900 club. So we've also got the VR basketball, which this thing is a big piss off the way they've set up the gravity and shit on the balls. But I mean, it's made to be difficult. Then we've got skee ball, which thanks to some help I fixed. A lot of people were telling me it was bugged and everything. It was a type of smoothing technique I was trying, and it fucked up. Now, for those of us who remember like Windows Millennium Edition or further, who here remembers Space Cadet? You remember Space Cadet, yep. All right. Tell me, does that look familiar? Yes. Somebody actually created it in VR. Yes. And as you hear, it's even got the sounds. And you know, physics-wise, it's pretty damn accurate. I give it credit. It's not too bad. I mean, you never would have figured you'd ever see this as an actual pinball game, let alone in a VR environment. You can have up to 4 players, and the current player the table syncs to. So it's delayed for people who are not playing it at the time, but you could still kind of see it. This is one of the few assets I actually paid for because I liked it so much. I made the instructions there. It didn't come with instructions there. I did that myself. But, I mean, now if you're wondering why the graphics look so shitty, so low quality, it's because of how big my world is. I've condensed down all of the graphics stuff in here to 512 or smaller. So that way it's able to be uploaded for like Quest and help to help optimize. Yeah, and this world is actually Quest and iOS compatible, believe it or not. So since we're oh yeah. You want to know what this is, don't you? You want to know what this is? Give me a moment, and I'll show you. Ready? Yes! Oh, fuck. Ah! And this little shit doesn't stop on its own. You gotta get off. So there you have it. And there's a second one there too. It's right there, but it's like mini. But yes. I'm gonna give you a hug, oh my lord. Yes, well. Okay, now back to my view, so we can continue the tour. So up to the mezzanine part, we have seating. We have Connect 4. We have random decks of cards that, you can just, and then you just like reset. I saw that police box. I'll show you that in a minute. We've got chess. Another volume control for people. Now, yes, this is a TARDIS. No, it's not functional. The person who built it, whoever they did, basically designed it like a shelf, and I'll show you why. You see these angles and stuff? See what I mean? It's more built like a shelf, and it sucks. So on the plus side, we also have, still high five, thank you, the biggest fucking mirror in the place, as you can see. It's fucking huge. And you can also do the player-only portion. We have a patio as well, as you can see. I can't figure out how to get these fucking dice to work again, but these ones do. So you can, like, chuck them, do your gambling. Of course, that one goes over the fucking railing. And then you just, boop, reset. You're good. And, oh yeah, these railings are audio linked. So they actually flash with lights. This whole dance floor lights up, and these lights too, if you turn them on. Yes, that is mirroring the screen. These speakers, the cool thing, they're audio linked as well. They actually pulse like real speakers. I like that. More lounge seating over here. We've got the food kiosk with drinkies, which I can't figure out how to get them drinkable yet. It's something on the back burner. How many people can you say managed to set the clock on the oven? We've now met one. And yes, I'm Western. That's why it's like only 10:24 when it should be like 1:24 a.m. for people. Now the fun bit. All these foods. Even this. Eatable. And then they respawn. Yes, foods. We have cookies, we have donuts, we have nuggies, we have burgers, we have croissant, we have cheesecakes. Yes. And then over here, we have the stage setup, which is actually voice amplified. So when you're up there, your voice actually extends a fair amount in the club. You've got microphones for, playing with karaoke. The drum set, believe it or not, has drumsticks you can play with. This is a full-on working... Well, it doesn't make noise, but it's a prop anyways. If the drums are too annoying for you, boom, disable them, they're gone. Re-enabled, they're back. We've got a keyboard you can pick up and place. We got a ukulele. We got an acoustic guitar. We've got an electric guitar. We've got a Les Paul guitar and an electric bass. And then reset the props. Now, the Valley group, this is just a few of our members play the drums. Copyright. I wish I could, though. But yes, there's a few of our members here. And, yeah. You know, it's funny. That picture just kind of fits this moment more. But, yes, so here's the karaoke wall. And I have been an ass and, like, alphabetically sorting this shit. And as you can see, we have a lot of songs. And the good thing is, you can search from there. Is Kickstart My Heart on there? Let's... There you have it, right there. For some reason, I couldn't remember Motley Crue. I don't know why. Yep. Oh, yeah. And one cool feature we have, as I had mentioned, some apparati are climbable. Such as this. And yes, you can stand on it. You can stand on all the rigging. And, here, I'll turn this way. So you could have that while... Eventually, yeah. And then we also have the perch. I'll be down. But yeah. So one neat thing with the perch, let me rotate the camera here, is you're chilling up here and you're in a beanie, beanbag, whichever you want. Well, obviously the screen is aimed there. How the fuck can you see it? Guess what? Local toggle for a screen up here for you. Man, I need to get back on VRC for the community. Honestly, if I do it, it's on the back burner for now. But yeah, so back to local cam for now, so I can keep showing people. So I need to update this shelf, but this is basically the streamer shelves. These are streamers that I've been a part of their communities before or currently, and the VIP tour is the best. Yeah. And this is just my way of kind of having a little bit of a thank you and a shout out to them. And so we go up here. This is the DJ booth. We have a new 90s and older songs playlist. We have a live streams playlist. Gee, I wonder who's live streaming on Inuyasha 86,000. I wonder who. Anyways, then the normal song list. Laptop that mirrors the screen. We've got the microphone that expands your voice throughout the world. So this is not just for the club. Controls for the lighting, controls for audio link. Now, here's a cool feature. Stage lighting. And you can control them individually too. And you can have them all on or all off. Awesome. Yeah. Nice. I need to figure out how to do a particle light instead. That way it'll work on Quest, but I'm dumb. And for those of you who remember earlier, this is basically my station wagon. Now, obviously, this has a Chevy grill, but this is basically the wagon I have just recently got running. Only mine is blue. And yes, that little shit resides up here. Oh my god, I'm going to use that to host a Comedy Central show on that stage. It's here, you know. Feel free. I don't restrict anything. So now, down we go. And y'all remember I said about that room. There are 6 levels of fatness. Oh yeah, before I forget. Glow sticks that do trails. And you can also let them go. They can link. And then that's a special one. Normally they all sound like this. But then there's yep. And yes, reset buttons for those. But now, one of the quiet rooms. So this room is audio separated from the rest of the club. Voice as well. It's made as a quiet room. Separate video player. Mirror. Gee. Looks like someone's here. Yeah. And yes, that little shit is pick-upable. Yeah. I know, right? Yep, this little bastard has all my emissions and everything. So my audio link is his audio link. Now, as I had said, I made this world before my avatar. And this is why I made this room. That was my late girlfriend. This was my way of keeping her in my life. And, yeah. Also reminds me of what I've lost. And situations like this, they hit hard. So, let's carry on. Instead of making it more sobby. Head pats for you, thank you. So, there's a door here. Now, for most people, this button will be red, and you can't touch it. But I can. This is the VIP room. We've got a working punching bag that you just grab the gloves and punch. We've got blackjack table. We've got jacuzzi. We've got more fluffy pillow thingies. Double-sided video screen so you can chill in the hot tub or at the couches. Do love me some blackjack, and you know what. We've got Maxwell. You gotta have Maxwell. We've got Keith the Roomba. The pillows are grabbable. Now, you'll notice that those walls are not there. Well, that's because these are one-way windows. See? You can look out, but not in. And I designed it specifically that way. Now, this picture here, because we have some pictures in the VIP room, this is actually this is one of the first ever meetups that ever happened here. And this wasn't even my group. At the time, it was known as the Space Bar Cafe, but now it's known as the Mocha Cafe. And as you can see, this is the club, this is the rooftop, because there was nothing else in the world. Just space. And I had a campfire on the roof. And that was about it. And these pictures over here are actually from that day. Not all from my world, but all from that day. And I always have that there as a reminder. And yes, we have pencils in here. I keep them under lock and key so people don't abuse the bullshit, but yes. So, to carry on, you see the size of the world. No, yeah, I have the beware of tall things for planes thing. So, back to this cam. Let's go to our teleports. Say hello to the drive-in. The navigation lights. Yes. So yes, this drive-in actually works. These cars are all dud cars. You can't drive these ones, but they all have volume controls and resets and that for people. And we're going to cheat here for a moment. There we go. I just wanted to get up here quick. And here's the controls. And just for a scope of how big this screen is, you saw where I walked in. That's a big screen. I wanted it as, an enjoyable, experience for multiple people. And then over here is the pool, which you can swim in. That has a swim mechanic. It's hard to see, but there are... Actually, I don't think you can see it through the camera, but there are skipping stones you can actually throw across the top of the pool there. And to the left here is the soccer field, which you can actually kick the ball, basically with any avatar. So you just walk over and your feet boot it. I did have goalposts, but believe it or not, they were so high mesh, it was ridiculous. It was just too much. And then we've got a weird wall here with another small purple weird wall. This is actually the shooting range. So you've got your targets and your guns. And yes, they come in different colors. And it's run off of udon chips. So if you run out, you just click these that you find through the world. And eventually, you'll have more ammo. And then this is the bingo hall. I basically dubbed this as the entertainment district because that's where everything is. And yes, this is an actual working bingo game. You just grab your card from the box, and then it's point and click, basically. This thing's really neat, too. Makes the noise. Okay, that's neat. There we go. And then it'll show the number, and it even shows the number on the page. Like, it's hard to see, but you can see it's lit up. And then if you need to, you click it on your card if you've got it. Ah, that's hot. That's hot. Yeah. And we've got demonstration patterns if you want to do like a pattern type. It's just basic bingo. So it'll put a line on your card when you have a bingo. It doesn't do anything flashy. It's just, it's bingo. Right? So we carry on. Let's see here. We've done the shooting range, drive-in, club. Airport is basically just it's a plane on a fucking road strip. That's basically what it is. But let's go to the podcast studio. This is Cookie Tin Studios, and it's in the penthouse. Now, I'm going to go to my view here because this place has a control room. Now, I'm going to just blip the cameras on and off. I'm going to figure out a different way to do this. Because the cameras produce a lot of lag. Oh dear, it's 1 a.m. for me. Yeah, it's 10:43 for me because I'm West Coast, so you must be East Coast. If you gotta hop off, go for it. Indiana. Ah. But yes, as you can see, this is the control room. You can switch the live feed from different cameras. Or to the video player, which is right there. Mobile camera there that you can pick up. I joined your Discord and such. I'll be sticking around. Good night, my friend. Just good night to you, Freestyle. For those who remain, we have a funky orb that shows you the camera. So I could put my camera in here, and that's the view you would see. Is whatever cameras. So we've got our controls here for our podcast and all that. If we ever do it again, unfortunately. The control panel. We've got lights, stand-ins, and that. We've got a mezzanine here for people to sit and watch a live broadcast if we do it. My buddy Ujabu's casting coach. And here's the 4 founding members. Sadly, that was the only picture I could find of all 4 of us. But yes. And like I said, my world is pretty damn big. I think I just took another picture. Great. I think the last place that we should go is the campfire. Yes. That bastard crackles. I have to adjust my camera here. So, give me a moment. There we go. And there we go. So, I guess that's the basic tour of the place. Yeah, due to copyright for basically every fucking song in there, I can't really show you guys the lights, but that's basically my world. You can climb on the buildings as well as the bridges. And yeah, like I said, open flight works with most avatars and that. But yeah. Thank you everybody for sticking with me. Super awesome world. Thank you. But yeah. Thank y'all for sticking with me for tonight and putting up with this old emotionally shattered birb. Like I said, I wish I wasn't just a number and that I was given a chance. Maybe one day, but I don't think it'll happen. I really did fall for her, though. Really hard. I'm still gonna, still gonna want to be with her. Even if she doesn't with me. But I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. Hugs for you. Thank you. I know my schedule says Fridays I stream, but honestly I've been so random I might actually remove that. And I honestly don't know when the next one's gonna be. Like I said, I'm very, very emotionally shattered. And probably won't be fine for a long time. On that note, I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for sticking with me. If you haven't already, join our Discord. And maybe we'll chat it up out there. From the Valley Group, take it easy, you too. From the Valley Group, have a good night.